There's been a lot of news flow that has been coming in over the last 12 to 18 hours. I just want to start with the first thing, which is just this evening news came out that the Iranian parliament has decided to approve the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. These are news reports. Right now, there is a Supreme National Security Council which is reviewing this decision, and they will take the final call on whether the Strait of Hormuz needs to be shut or not. The decision currently is not final, but the threats are very real, and therefore it is important. But we also need to understand what the Strait of Hormuz is and why it is that important. It's about a 33-kilometer wide, narrow water body, very, very narrow. 33 kilometers wide is a small space for ships to move, and it runs between Oman and Iran. And this space, as you can see, it's quite a massive choke point for global trade. It connects Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, and UAE with the Arabian Sea and other parts of the world, and therefore it's a crucial point from which trade takes place. It allows for about 27% of the global oil movement. It also allows about 20% of the global LNG trade movement, and therefore these routes therefore become that much more important for the global energy needs. Qatar, which is the world's largest LNG exporter, liquefied natural gas exporter, sent about 19% of its exports through the strait in 2024. So for Qatar, it's also that much important. How is this going to affect crude prices? Well, that's the big question now for the rest of the world. Currently, Brent crude prices are factoring in a war risk premium of about $10 per barrel, as per whatever experts are telling us at this point. But a closure of the strait, that will have devastating consequences. Prices going up to about $100 per barrel. From the current about $75. That's what global experts, especially Faridun Fasharaki, is saying. How does this affect India? That's the next logical question. And according to what information we have, Strait of Hormuz accounts for about 38% of India's oil imports and roughly 52% of the LNG imports in 2024. Out of India's 27.5 million metric ton LNG imports, about 14.3, which came from UAE and Qatar, were via the Strait of Hormuz. Similarly, on the oil front, India imports roughly 5 million barrels of oil per day, and of that about 1.9 to 2 million barrels come from the Strait of Hormuz. So there is a straight up impact. Of course, the government is saying that they have diversified their supply sources, but there is going to be a significant impact.
Sources are saying at this point of time that being an extremely sensitive sector, even a limited disruption shoot up the global crude prices, and being the unprecedented closure which never happened in past is going to have a clear impact on the India growth outlook as well. So what cautioning here is coming from the top sources in the government that if the disruption extends over a week's time, it could nothing less than blow to the global economy, and India is not insulated from that blow. So there will be a clear impact on the growth as well. So, however, government is clearly saying that there is nothing as such alarming at this point of time. However, the contingency planning is underway. So two options which the government sources are saying, and they may contemplate if the crude prices breaches 105 threshold mark, will be that they may consider reduction of the excise duty, but that will have its fiscal consequences to it. And the other one is, of course, how to sort of increase the import from Russia and other partners here. So that is also under consideration, because it all depends on the pricing and the trends and the discounting, which is very important at this point of time. So overall, this unfolding situation, Alex, this underscore India's delicate balancing act at this point of time, how to preserve macroeconomic stability, as well as how to sort of make tweaking in the policy, which is important if the matter escalates from here.